Mid-range gaming PCs nowadays offer excellent bang for your buck. This is a $600 gaming PC that features Ryzen 5 and the RX 570. It can easily handle AAA titles at 1080p and can do productivity tasks with ease. This is the Hardware Hub, and let's get right into it. So before we start, I'd like to quickly mention I have links to everything in the description, so check those out if you're interested. But with that out of the way, let's get into the build itself. To start it off for the CPU, I went with the AMD Ryzen 5 2600 for $133. This is a 6-core 12-thread CPU that comes clocked at 3.4 GHz with a boost clock of 3.9 GHz. Now I know what you're thinking, why didn't I go with the new 3600? Well, the main reason is price. This comes in at around 30% cheaper than the 3600, which is an excellent deal. Now this can still easily game in all the latest titles and can do content creation tasks with ease as it has 12 threads. It is also unlocked, so you're able to overclock it to max out its potential. So this CPU offers great value at this price. Now for the motherboard, I went with the Asus Prime B450M-A for $79. This is a micro ATX motherboard with 4 RAM slots, 6 SATA ports, and an M.2 slot. It's not the fanciest motherboard out there, but it will allow for a modest overclock. Since this has the AM4 socket, you will be able to upgrade to any of the Ryzen 3000 and most likely Ryzen 4000 series, which is nice. So yeah, it's a very good motherboard that has a lot of nice features and expandability. Now for the RAM, I went with the G.Skill Ripjaw 16GB set for $70. This is a nice kit that comes clocked at 3000 MHz and is dual channel. Ryzen and its Infinity Fabric really benefit from multi-channel and high-frequency RAM, which is why it's important to go with a kit like this. 16GB is a sweet spot nowadays for gaming, and it will allow you to multitask and do moderate 1080p video editing. So this RAM is enough for this build's needs. Now for the storage, I have both an SSD and a hard drive. The SSD in this build is the ADATA Ultimate SU800 512GB SSD for $58. The SSD is going to be there for your OS and all of your applications. SSDs are faster, which means that you will have better load times for everything that you put on here. They're also more reliable, so I'd recommend you put your important files on the SSD. The 512GB capacity is going to be able to hold most of your applications and a couple of your most played games. So if you have a couple of games that you play a lot, I'd recommend you put it onto your SSD just so you can benefit from the faster loading times. With how low SSD prices are nowadays, it makes it a no-brainer to go with an SSD like this. Now in addition to this SSD, we have the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB for $46. This is a 1700 RPM hard drive that has 64 MB of cache. Now this is nothing special, it's just going to serve your mass storage needs like storing your games and large media files. This drive will get the job done at a very low price per gigabyte, making it an excellent value. Now for the graphics card, I went with the Sapphire RX 570 for $130. Now this card comes clocked at 1168 MHz with a boost clock of 1284 MHz. The 4GB of VRAM that this has is not the greatest, but it will get the job done for 1080p gaming. The 8GB model of this card is about $40 more, which I'd say is not worth it at this point because you could just get an RX 580 instead. Now this specific model is from Sapphire, which is one of the most reliable AMD graphics card manufacturers. Overclocking should be pretty easy as this cooler is pretty nice and beefy, and Sapphire uses nice quality components in its GPUs. So this is a great 1080p gaming card from AMD. Now for the case, I went with the Cougar MX330 for $44. This is one of my favorite mid-range cases as it looks very nice and it comes with features like a PSU shroud and filtered fan mounts at a very mid-range price. This is pretty spacious for a mid-tower and can fit most GPUs and large CPU coolers without an issue. Cable management will also be pretty nice as it has a PSU shroud and a large amount of room beyond the motherboard, so you can easily route the cables to create a clean looking PC. For the price, you're getting a nice feature-filled mid-range case. Last but not least, for the power supply, we have the 500W Seasonic for $52. This is an 80+ bronze rated unit that has 2 8-pins. Having 2 8-pins is important because it means that this PSU will be compatible with the majority of mid-range GPUs from AMD and Nvidia. This is nice because it means that in the future, if you ever want to upgrade to something like a new Navi GPU or something from even the RTX series, this PSU can handle that as long as the power wattage of the total PC stays under 500 watts. Now this is non-modular, but the cables do look nice, and the case in this PC has a PSU shroud, so having those extra cables is not going to be as big of an eyesore. Seasonic makes some of the best PSUs out there, so you'll definitely be fine with this. Now after seeing all those parts, you're probably wondering, how will this PC perform? Well, in the latest games, it can play them at 1080p high settings with close to 60 FPS. If you're playing lighter games like Fortnite or Apex Legends, this can easily max those out and get more than 60 FPS. Now, I wouldn't really do 1440p gaming with this PC because you will have to drop the settings a noticeable amount, and even then your frame rates are not going to be that great. So this is going to be an excellent PC for a 1080p gamer. Now if you have any questions about this PC or PC building in general, please leave a comment down below and I'll help you down there. Also, I'd like to quickly mention once again, I have links to everything in the description, so check those out if you're interested. But yeah guys, that's all for today. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit the like button. If you didn't like it, please dislike the video and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.